Don't make it another 10. We're waiting.
Y'all just gonna wait. No. Okay, Cheli and F. As you know, I've been writing things for you for a few years now.
For 10.
A few. F. Some I read out loud on special occasions like today, and others I've given only to you. Today, however, is a double celebration. 10 years of husband and wifeness. But today is a celebration for me as well. Because of you both, I became a wedding officiant. You were my first, and 10 years later, I'm still out there running amok, ruining the lives of many people. I mean, joining people in love and marriage. That's what I meant. Cheli, it struck me that you're going to be graduating like every year, and I'm going to be going to like 1,000 more graduations, and that's okay because I've come to accept that as a fact. Another fun fact is that I unashamedly cry at each one. I've been crying at each of your graduations and events since you were a little girl. To this day, I'm still hurt over that one time in preschool that you had a little play and I missed it because I was so sick.
You were late.
I was sick. At that time, I was taking you and picking you up from school and taking care of you daily. I volunteer in your classroom also daily because you'd have an emotional breakdown every time I would try to leave. She still does, by the way. I attended all your school activities and I low-key threatened to punch every kid that bullied you. I didn't actually hit any of them, okay?
No, we know him. It was okay back then.
Except that kid Sean, I really punched him in the face.
Was he black?
He was. But aren't we all? As a big sister, having you attached to my hip was one of the greatest feelings ever. Consequently, I will still push the lights out of anyone that messes with you, because Cheli don't play that. Although you're no longer attached to my hip as when you were little and cute, I'm still very thankful for our very connected relationship. The other day, you thanked us for getting out of the hood, and that your education was so much easier to obtain and to pursue because we, all of your siblings before you, hustled, and hustle we sure did.
Crenshaw.
In the hood. I think back at our time in South Central. Yes, we're from the hood, okay? We're from South Central. And I consider it a miracle that we all made it out alive and in one piece. But not unscathed, since we have all taken our turns at getting beat up, stabbed, robbed, shot, yeah, like bang bang, like that. You like shot? Oh, trust me, you don't. You had the gift of growing up in the quiet valley because we had parents that fought hard to provide. And Lupe kept good on his promise to Mommy to one day put her up in a really big house with a swimming pool. Thank you, Lupe. Where you had the opportunity to enjoy a carefree childhood, free from drive-bys, drugs, and street gangs, and more thankful we cannot be. As your siblings before you, what we want for our next generation is to have it easier and have it better and be greater than we all were. Before I continue, Neff, I'd like for you to please give a message to your mom for me. Tell her that I said thank you. Thank you for giving us her amazing son. Tell her that we are appreciative of all the work and effort she put into you. Thanks also to the rest of your friends and family who have shaped you along the way. I've watched you grow alongside my sister, and I'm so proud of the strength, integrity, and maturity to become your very own man. One that we are very proud to call ours as well. In regards to love, I say all the time how it is so easy to say that you love someone. We hear it all the time. I love him. I love her. She's so cute. But do we really? It's so easy to love another when everything is perfect and wonderful. But to love someone when things are difficult and far from perfect, When external factors insist on throwing monkey wrenches at your relationship, or when one is messing up, when flaws are seen and mistakes are made, that is when you see how much love really exists. Anyone can love someone when they're doing all the right things, when they have all their stuff together, when they figured it all out, and when they got good credit. But to love someone at their lowest, to love someone despite how broken they feel, when they're stressed, when they're hungry, when they're penniless, or when they're lost. When the other is willing to not only stand by them, but adapt their love to meet the needs of their partner by being kinder, gentler, and picking up the slack, and love them even harder, no matter how difficult the terrain. Love like that is beautiful. Love like that is meaningful. It's transformational and nothing short of magical. Marking off years together means nothing if you aren't happy. It means only that you've succumbed to time. It means nothing if you're not supported and being supportive. It means nothing if you aren't friends, if there exists no mutual trust, respect, and admiration. It means nothing if you aren't growing individually and as a team. A good marriage isn't a quantitative measure, it's a qualitative one. So I stand here to applaud you and as a sister to both of you, to say thank you for loving each other during both times, when things are great as well as challenging. For taking in every aspect of each other and for supporting each other's dreams and aspirations, for being respectful, for being loving and caring in kind and compassionate ways, and last but not least, for giving each other the nurturing space needed to allow the other to be exactly who they are and helping each become the best possible versions of yourselves. Se dice que ni el amor es jaula, ni la libertad es estar solo, cállate. El amor verdadero es la libertad de volar acompañado, es dejar ser sin poseer. And so you made it this far without killing each other and ended up in jail, so I call it a win. ¡Que viva el amor!
Is there no one else?
Okay, karaoke for now.
So I'm gonna go first because Nev has a history of being good with the words, so I don't want to follow both of them. But aside of thanking each and every one of you for being here, I feel like every person here really helped us along this journey, whether it be the fact that you talked me down from a bridge in nursing school. Thank you. I'm never gonna forget you. But I wanted to take a few seconds just to thank my husband because I feel like when you walked into Journey's Kids about 12 years ago with a girlfriend, I was like, you know what, I got this. I was like, you know what? This is exactly the rebel I need. Creepers, slick hair, greaser. We're gonna have good times. The thing is that then on our first date, he came to the door.
That's not my fault.
He came to the door.
She chased me down, and then I went to the door.
He was a gentleman. He opened every single door. He met my family. And I think pretty much on our first date, everybody was convinced he was a really good man, even though he was 19 years old. So I thought, okay, you know what? I have to trap him because that's it. So who I met at 19, I felt like I saw a lot of promise. And in the last 10 years, I think you surpassed that. I feel like I didn't get lucky because you worked really hard to be the husband you are. And your family worked really hard. express how supportive and amazing you are, and that's not just as a husband, that's as a man, and I can't wait to spend the next forever years with you because I can't wait to see how you evolve as a person.
Everybody take a seat. It's gonna take a while. Seriously, whether a little bit, hold on. Whether you know it or not, every single person in here. Every single person here has.
And I guess I am too.
We felt like you guys have supported us, whether it be through listening to our drama, or just giving us advice, or just asking, hey, how's your spouse doing? We feel that every single one of you has helped us get here. So this is part of us actually thanking you as well for helping us get here.
This is not AA.
Hello, my name's Tom. So that's pretty much where you guys come in. We're really grateful that you guys have supported us in any way that you guys were capable of. And, we want to thank you for that. Mi familia, mis tíos, gracias por apoyarnos en lo mucho, en lo poco, aunque sea preguntar por nuestra pareja. Se los agradezco. No, digo, se los agradezco. I will tell my mom that. Thank you for thinking of her. And to you, kiddo, 10 years ago, I had no idea what I was doing. 10 years ago now, I still don't know what I'm doing, but I know what I have. I know who I have, and I appreciate you. And you give me the strength and the support to be a better person for you because I know how hard you work. I love football, so I always say you're the quarterback and I'm the running back. We need to go somewhere, get on my back and we'll get you there. But again, I appreciate everything you do. You make me a better person. My buddy was like, hey man, you want to get an old truck? Is the wife on board? And I was like, yeah man, she loves old trucks, so I'm good, I want to get on a motorcycle. You researched it, you told me how to do it, you got your license. I wanted to do CHP, you researched it, you told me how to do it, and you helped me with the process. I told you, hey, I want to do nursing. You already done it. You gave me all the answers. You gotta do it if you have it. And so, just bottom line, you make us a unit, a functional unit. And I hope that I make your life easier. And I'm still a little kid that fell in love with you 10 years ago. I'm still the young man that grew up with you. And I'm still the man that is proud to stand next to you. I love you. Can't wait to see what the next 10 years has for us. And obviously, like I said, thank you to my deals, my family. I don't have any siblings, I'm an only child, but these guys are my siblings. Sometimes parents, but nonetheless, I appreciate everything you guys have done for us.
Okay, I'm gonna put him on your lap for a little bit.
When I was younger, 10 years ago, I used to say, moral of the story, don't get married. It's a lot of headaches, but it later changed to moral of the story, don't marry young. We will still tell our kids that. But now, a wise person recently told me, moral of the story, Nev, is marry your best friend. So humble over here. But anyways, that's kind of what it is. I've married my best friend, I've grown up with you, and
You want to keep recording for me so I can...
Thank you everybody for being here. Now let's party.
This guy can't hold you with one hand. Why are you heavy? This guy, he's wearing your hat. Is that what it is? Is that what it is? He wants his...
Hey guys.
Yeah, Cheli.
We'll do that later.
PJ, please, PJ.
I've known Neff for 20 years now.
Long-term relationship.
Longer than Cheli.
How did we make it?
Longer than Cheli.
You were the closest thing I ever had to a brother. 10, 20 years ago, now, 20 years from now. We've had our ups, our downs, but that made us how we are right now. Cheli has become like another sister to me. I talk to her more than my actual sisters. You've both helped me a lot to where I am now, to where I will be 5, 10 years from now. The friends we've made along the way, Leo, twins, Jesse. We were there 10 years ago for your marriage. We're here now. We'll be here 5, 10, 20 years from now and more. Here's to you, my best friend, Natalie.
Again, thank you guys. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you guys for taking time. We got finals, but you're here. I appreciate that. You guys are traveling all over the world working. I appreciate that. You guys came from Hawaii. We appreciate that. You guys came from Santa Barbara to San Francisco. We appreciate that. You guys are about to pack. We appreciate that. Bakersfield. My tia's over there. They want to work. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. I'll be here all week.
Don't forget to tip your waitress.